Hey, this is Bridget, and you're watching Video Outhouse, and I feel sorry for you.
The Video Outhouse keeps these guys off the streets. Here's Comic Book Man and Bo.
Hey everybody, how you doing? Comic Book Man here. Welcome to the Video Outhouse. This guy's here with me, which means it's time for
wrestling news.
Wrestling
boys and
news.
girls.
That's right. And the first story up we've got is about Jeff Hardy and his untimely arrest.
Yes.
And his wife. What was up with his wife?
Is there ever a good time to be arrested?
There's never a good time to be arrested.
Well, it depends if the ex is looking for you.
Well,
Get me out of here.
Yeah.
At the time of the raid on Jeff Hardy's house, his wife, they said it's his wife, although we always heard it was his girlfriend, Beth, was at the house. She, however, was not arrested.
Are they married or aren't they?
Well, no one knew they were married. They always assumed they were boyfriend and girlfriend. Then all of a sudden, when the story broke, they said it was the wife. So, but either or, she wasn't arrested.
Yes.
But she was at home.
She was at home.
And the drugs were at home.
Yes. Okay.
With her.
With her.
But she wasn't arrested.
Okay.
Which is kind of strange.
But he was arrested.
Yes, and he was released the next
At
day.
home.
Well, he was somewhere in the general direction of his house. Okay, so
Okay.
So anyway,
That's probably the least interesting part of
We
that
think you
story.
did something wrong. You're under arrest.
one of the things he was charged with was for opium. He didn't really have opium in the stuff that they make in China. Vicodin.
They also make it in Afghanistan.
In Afghanistan, Vicodin, the drug that they caught him with,
Yes.
actually has opium in it, and that's what it is called.
Isn't that the Rush Limbaugh drug?
No, that was
Oxycontin.
Oxycontin.
That was in the same family, though. That was close to it, but not
Okay.
exactly.
Okay.
Okay, now if Jeff happens to be convicted of trafficking, he could get 70 months in jail. But there really hasn't been an explanation of why he was charged with trafficking, because Jeff has had physical issues, and chances are he has a prescription for the Vicodin, and so that's why the things have been kind of quiet. The first court date for Jeff is going to be September the 30th. Now, as more and more time goes, Jeff had a Facebook account and he had a Twitter account. Yeah. He hasn't said anything. His lawyer said be very, very quiet about it.
Okay.
I've been willing to bet about a month or so from now, this is all going to disappear.
Who's out to get him? I mean, who'd he piss off? He obviously pissed off somebody at the cops.
Or in
the district attorney's office.
Someone called the cops. Someone called the cops, tipped them off, and this place got raided. They haven't identified who tipped them off. That's when he showed up at the house. But if he happens to have a prescription for the stuff he was caught for,
could it be CM Punk?
It could be CM Punk. I don't know.
He's straight edge, man.
Speaking of,
I think it's the butler.
Speaking of people having charges,
yes, charges. Kurt Angle.
Boys and girls.
Saw District Court Judge Carla Swearingen.
Yes,
Swearingen
from Deadwood. Al Swearingen's wife.
Al Swearingen's wife. And she gutted him and threw him over the balcony.
And then she said something really obnoxious and she cursed a lot.
Yeah, she used the F word 6 times in a 4-word sentence.
But Judge Swearingen actually dropped all the charges against Kurt Angle for his arrest on the 15th of August.
Yes.
He was cleared of harassment charges. He was cleared of driving with a suspended license because he didn't have a suspended license. He was also cleared of having possession of a human growth hormone because Kurt has a bad neck. And Kurt has a prescription for having the drug. And so the only thing he's facing right now is maybe a simple assault charge. But more or less, Kurt Angle's legal problems, as far as that is concerned, are over.
Was he cleared of being a head case?
He's always going to be a head case no matter what.
Well, there you go. Okay.
But then again, the girl he was caught with, she's an even bigger head case.
Match made in heaven.
Was this wrestling news, or was we doing a police blotter?
Oh, but sometimes they intertwine.
They are sort of connected, aren't they?
Jeffrey, sometimes they cross the stream.
I sense a theme. You'd almost think somebody actually thought of that ahead of time and slammed the two stories together.
Who else got arrested?
But our final story is not about people getting arrested.
No. If you've ever wondered what wonderful things Ric Flair went on to do after he retired from wrestling, outside of signing autographs at the Oakland Pavilion, Ric Flair has come up with an absolutely barn burner of a new gig. What is it?
If you happen to live in Australia,
yes. Well, you got to live in Australia first.
In November, you can go to see in these really big ass stadiums in Australia.
Yeah.
The Hulkamania tour.
Oh my God!
Ric Flair.
Yes.
Hulk Hogan.
Yes.
Main eventing.
Oh.
4 buildings.
Yeah.
3-year deal.
Oh, I'm going.
Wheelchair accessible.
brokered by Eric Bischoff and Jason Hervey.
Oh my God, the stellar talent
Yes.
involved there.
Now, part of this, the Flair signed a 3-year deal, so this is supposed to be an annual.
And they're all going to come to the ring in their walkers and wheelchairs.
More stars than there are in heaven.
And you know what's even better about all that? You know what's really cool about this?
Yes.
They're also going to be filming a reality show involving Hogan and Ric Flair about them going on the tour.
About who can take their teeth out faster.
What's real about any of that?
Now, on this tour, boys and girls, you've got an all-star lineup. You've got
Oh, tell me about the stars.
You got Diamond
the stars are coming out in Australia.
Give me a chance to sit down.
Diamond Dallas Page,
Oh, jeez.
Lacey Van Erich, who's
still
Kerry Van
alive?
Erich's daughter,
The surviving Van Erich.
Bruce Beefcake,
Bruce
the
Beefcake.
Nasty Boys, Rikishi,
I wouldn't go to the Oakland Pavilion to see this.
Orlando Jordan, Gangrel,
Gangrel,
I would
jeez.
look out the
the
window
former
in my backyard.
the former Mr. Kennedy.
The only young name on the card.
Ken Anderson will be on there as his name, Mr. Ken Anderson.
How did that young guy get on the card?
Heidenreich,
Has to be a mistake.
I did right.
Big Daddy V,
Big Daddy V.
Shannon
Who
Moore,
may have a heart attack on his way to the ring.
and also Paul London. 4 shows in Australia in November. Now,
God.
Hogan's never been to Australia ever. He's never toured in Australia. So they're expected to make a buttload of money on this 4-event gig.
God.
Only if they charge tumbleweeds to get
People of Australia, you have our sympathies.
Oi,
And you've been warned. And this is the World Wide Web. You've been warned.
We expect an influx
you
of
can watch.
Australian
Yes,
immigrants.
you know the people in Australia are probably watching this.
Okay.
If Paul Hogan's watching, hi Paul, how you doing?
Yeah, great,
See
yeah.
you later.
Yeah,
No,
throw another Hogan on the Barbie for me. That's it. We're done with wrestling news. We're out of here. Sure to stop off at the store's website, www.myalternatereality.com. I've been updating wrestling news every single day now for the last week and a half, so stop off there, check it out. Until next time, this is Comic Book Man.
And Bo, thanks
Saying-
so long. Bye, kids.
Bye!
Thanks for playing.
Sweet.